Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys, who are your top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now and why? Okay, so I'm going to say Lamar Jackson at number one. He's been playing at an MVP level and everything, what he's able to do with the rushing and everything, how he's able to, get past these defenses and stuff like that, especially that one game versus the Bengals where he was just able to, get that defender off of him and then throw for a touchdown. That was crazy. And he has awesome plays like that every single week. And so Lamar Jackson's just absolutely incredible. So I think that he has the MVP right now. I think that he's been the best quarterback in the league. And, if you watch the games, it is what it is. Unfortunate that they lost to the Cleveland Browns. I will say that I'd have to rewatch the game and see kind of where everything went wrong and everything. But Lamar is a great player. So he's at number one. Second best quarterback in the league right now, I'm going to go with Jared Goff. Jared Goff is so underrated in this league, and he should definitely be talked about more in this MVP conversation, in my opinion. I just think he's incredible. I really do. Like, the perfect game versus the Seahawks, I'll never forget that game. He continues to impress. He was able to go into Minnesota with, his team and beat them and give them their first loss of the season and everything. They just beat the Tennessee Titans pretty badly. What was it, 52-14, something like that? That's absolutely crazy. So yeah, he has been incredible against the blitz, making a lot of great completions and stuff like that. He's just playing really well this season. So Jared Goff, very underrated in this league. I think that, he's really up there this season, and I think the Lions are, due to make another deep postseason run. So we will see what happens, but I like Jared Goff a lot for what it's worth. Number three, I have Joe Burrow and everything. The Bengals team, they're not winning. Obviously, I know that. I see the games. Tough watch, but it's really not on Joe Burrow if you actually watch the games. Are there times where he missed some passes? Yes, I will definitely say that. But, if you just look at his stats and what he's been able to do, what did he have? 14 touchdowns and 2 interceptions or something like that. That might have been last week before this past game. But regardless, he's been playing pretty well. He was bad the first week, I won't deny that. But from the Chiefs game and onward, he's been playing extremely well. You can't deny that and everything. I wish the team wasn't in shambles. I wish the defense didn't choke. I wish Jack Taylor would get fired as a coach because he sucks. But unfortunately, I don't know. We're just going to have to see what happens. But Joe Burrow, top three right now. At number four, I'm going to be giving it to Jordan Love. Jordan Love has been playing so good this year. I do not care. A real gunslinger. Yeah, he needs to clean up the interceptions. We can't deny that. But just all these plays he's able to have, especially that one where the blitz was coming and he throws the ball and somehow that's a touchdown. How do you even have that possible? He makes that one throw to beat the safety in the end zone. There's high risk and high reward with Jordan Love. I just absolutely love watching him play. I watch all the Packers games. He's injured right now. I hope that he can come back from that. But I love Jordan Love. Jordan Love is a top 5 quarterback in this league. Packers have to be one of my favorite teams in the NFL and also in the NFC this season, so I think that they can make a good postseason run. I don't get why people are hating on Jordan Love. Like I said, clean up the interceptions, but he can ball. Every single week I'm seeing it. I really like Jordan Love. I do. Number 5, I'm going to say CJ Stroud right now. CJ Stroud is year 2 for him, and he still looks pretty good, I would say. They just had a really gritty win versus the Colts and everything. I think it was his last 2 games. I looked at the stats. It hasn't looked great and everything. You have to take into account the fact that Nico Collins is out and everything. But, he almost won not having the best stats versus the Packers. The Packers literally won on a walk-off field goal. So CJ Stroud is really good in this league, so I'm going to say he's top 5. And now on to the rest of my top 10. Number 6, I'm going to say Josh Allen. Why is Josh Allen not in my top 5? Partially the reason why is because I'm trying to think, how many good teams have they beat this season? What good teams have the Bills beat this season? All these games that he's winning are games that I expect him to win, I want to see him go toe-to-toe with another really good quarterback this season and pull out a win. Josh Allen is a really good quarterback and everything. I understand why people like him. Do I think he's on Patrick level? No. Do I think he is on Lamar or Joe Burrow level? No. And I think that we should stop having him in that conversation. I think it's really good. But he had that bad performance versus the Texans where he went, 9 for 30, which is crazy. Let that be Jalen Hurts. Let that be Lamar Jackson. The media will have a field day with it. But because it's Josh Allen, he doesn't get 9 for 30. That's awful. That is awful. Okay? So we have to have that. They got beat by the Ravens so bad. What was it? 35-10 or something like that? They got beat horribly. He didn't really play that well in that game either. He had 3 good drives the whole game. He choked that game away yet again, another choke job. So until I see them go and beat a good team, then in good conscience, I can't have him in my top 5. I get why people will put him in top 5, but because of that, I can't have him in top 5. He's been, playing well. He has only 1 interception, and, the touchdowns are going, when I watch Josh Allen, he plays good. I'm not denying that. But because they're not beating good teams, I just have to have it there. I have to have it there. And at number 7, I'm gonna have Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is my favorite player and everything. I started really watching the NFL last year and everything, and Patrick is just, stood out to me and everything, and there's a reason why people love watching him play so much, because he's that good. This season he hasn't been that good. If I'm just being honest, that's why I can't put him top 5, even though I'd like to. I just have to be objective, and it's just the interceptions of it all. And recently he has been better. I think this past, few weeks he's been playing better against the 49ers and against the Raiders. And the interception this past week wasn't his fault. The ball got tipped and then it was intercepted. It's just bad luck. It is what it is. But, he has had some inexcusable interceptions this season, and just, some bad passes this season. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you throwing that to? But for all that, he still has some really clutch plays and everything. He had that rushing touchdown against the 49ers. He had a 33-yard run against the 49ers. He had some really good plays against the Raiders. So Patrick is starting to play a little bit better every single week. He's starting to play like the Patrick Mahomes that has 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. What does he have? 2 first-team All-Pro. Like, absolutely insane resume that he has. So I think that he's getting better every single week and everything. And yeah, I still believe in Patrick. I do. It's just having to play better. I think having DeAndre Hopkins in there is definitely going to help in everything. But I mean, the Chiefs are 7-0 right now. Shout out to the defense. Always got to give some love and everything. And I think that he will keep improving throughout these weeks. But I can't have him in the top 5. At number 8, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. Yup. Jalen Hurts is so good in this league. If you see some of my YouTube videos on my second YouTube channel, Anastasia25 Vlogs, I literally said that I love Jalen Hurts and everything. The Eagles are another one of my favorite teams, my favorite NFC team probably. And I've been saying that people are too hard on Jalen Hurts and everything like that. Did he have some, bad performances this year and some interceptions and moments that were awful? Yes. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's just been perfect all year. But it's just the standard that y'all hold him to versus the standard that y'all hold other quarterbacks to. It's telling, and it's a race thing. It really is a race thing. But I think Jalen Hurts is really good. And the game against the Cincinnati Bengals really showed that. He had, 4 touchdowns? I think 3 of them were rushing touchdowns, and he had a passing touchdown. That was a beautiful touchdown to Devonta Smith. So, I mean, he played well. And I knew that the Eagles were going to win, and he dominated. He really did exactly what he needed to do. So, Jalen Hurts, y'all hate on him too much, but he is a top 10 quarterback in this league. Fly, Eagles, fly. And I will always root for the Eagles. I have a lot of love for the Eagles. At number 9, I'm going to be giving it to Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, great quarterback. What I was able to see, had a really good performance against the Vikings. And I thought that the Vikings were going to win, but him being able to have Cooper Kupp and also Puka Nacua back, I feel like that kind of helped him a lot. And just, the sidearm throws and, what I've seen of him is very good. He has a Super Bowl under his belt and everything. So, I'll say that he's top 10 in this league. At number 10, I'm going to put Brock Purdy. I knew that I was forgetting somebody. And so, yeah, I think the Chiefs' performance, it wasn't good. 3 interceptions. Awful. I mean, let's get that out of the way. I think that he has improved from last year and everything. Is he kind of a game manager? Yes. Does having all those, Pro Bowlers or all pros on his team help? Yes. I'm not denying that. He has a good team around him. But at the end of the day, he still has to throw the ball, and he's able to do that really well. He's able to, get out of the pocket, get some yards and everything, and he's had a lot of good plays. I typically watch the 49ers games, and I like what I see from Brock Purdy a lot. I think that he has improved in everything. I like Brock Purdy. I think that people are kind of too hard on him. And yeah, I don't think it's been the same for the 49ers since they got exposed versus the Ravens on Christmas Day last year. I will definitely say that. But I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback in this league. The throws that he's able to make and, the first downs that he's continuously able to convert and everything like that. I don't know. I think that he's impressive. So those are my top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. What do you think of my list and everything? And, let's continue with that conversation.